Welcome back to AlteredYGO. It's been a small while and I'm glad to see you all again. Things will be slightly different this episode. We are still altering this Predaplant deck into the style of Pokemon cards, but I won't be listing the design rules I will be applying to this project, unless there's something new and interesting to share. If you're wondering about the design rules I set for my Pokemon, then take a look at the first episode, or any of the shorts detailing them. You can, of course, just go ahead and ask me in the comments section. Oh, seeing as this will be our little chit-chat section of the video, I just want to say thank you for commenting and subscribing and all that. I've gotten some really nice responses from you all. It means a lot to hear from you. Henceforth, the chit-chat section will be a place for us to get to know each other a bit before we start working. And maybe to acknowledge some feedback whenever it comes up. Such as a comment from one of our illustrious viewers, Spectre2443. Thank you. I agree with you. You're very nice for pointing that out, and I'm doing my damnedest to fix that view count. We can do it. I want to take a moment to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I must confess that I have not watched Arc V or Arc 5. I know the Predaplants came from that season, and I know so many integral things to the plot even without watching it already. Is it good? Do you think I should watch it? The thing that stuck to me the most is, incidentally, Yuri's character design. He's the one who uses the Predaplants in the anime. He embodies one of my favorite character tropes in Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the overly sadistic pretty boy duelist, such as the characters Quattro, Yami Marek, and the King of Thieves. I love him. One thing though, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the absolute rare exceptions of anime that I'd prefer to watch the dub of. Mostly because of the beautiful work of Mr. Dan Green, Eric Stewart, and Wayne Grayson. However, I do remember absolutely despising Yuri's English dub when I first heard it. I wouldn't have gone with the voice that they chose for him, and to my surprise, I really did not like the Japanese voice acting either. It was better, but still off. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work. This time we will be drawing 4 cards instead of 3, and those cards will be Instant Fusion, Predaplant Ambulomeledies, Predaplast, and Predaplant Sarraceniant. The thought process is that we use Instant Fusion to summon Ambulo, Ambulo effect, add Predaplast, Predaplast effect, targeting opponent's monster, Ambulo tribute opponent's monster for effect, summoning the Zaniant. Not the most optimal combo, but very fitting to draw these together. Theming, somehow. Our first subject will be a delicious treat to whet our appetite before gorging upon our enemies. Fun thing is that there is a trainer card in the Pokemon TCG that is a can of suspicious food. It could have served as a good piece of inspiration, but I ended up just going my own way. This card turns out to be more like a remix of the original Instant Fusion design. I had the idea early on that the condensation cloud coming out of the mug would be forming a polymerization spiral, which I thought would be, quaint. I attempted to work in some chopsticks into it. I think now, in hindsight, that would look pretty good. I was just afraid it would make it more cluttered than it needed to be. I still think about the trainer cards often being in 3D. I really want to boot up Blender and try some designs out, but I just need to make some time to relearn some things, you know? Maybe at least one of the cards in the deck list will be in 3D. That's a soft goal, I think. I wanted to make the sign of the actual cup be quite unassuming by using muted colors, because mundane looking magical objects are fun, but I also added some texture to it I don't want it to look too plain. The texture is very nice. I was working a lot on trying to nail the effect of the condensation cloud being magical by using blur effects to make it pop. One note is that I could make this cup look turned over or thrown away, causing liquid to pour out and form a puddle of polymerization. It's just a fun observation. Incidentally, I wonder how a cup of instant fusion would taste. It tastes quite forbiddeny. Next up, Predaplant Ambulomeledies. Most of my finished work is digital, but I really prefer to do my initial sketching with pen and paper. I might share those sketches on social media later for fun, but anyway, I just wanted to say that I really like the direction I took Ambulo, right? There were several different ways we could have translated him. Some might have chosen a more slender approach for it, but I chose bulk. I wanted to give him big, lumbering arms, stout legs, and a coat of foliage on his back, and also that smile. That dang smile. My headcanon for Ambulo here is that it really loves hide and seek. It could hide for months on end, living off condensation and nutrients from the plants on its back. If it knows someone is in its territory, it hides in the hope that the visitor will find it, and if they do, they are rewarded with one of the rare pale berries that grow from the large plant on its back. Things went quite smoothly with this one. One problem was that Pokémon rarely have these big areas of no breaks in color, so I needed to figure something out. I tried Bulbasaur freckles and some kneecap squiggles. I also momentarily tried out like a glove type design on his forearms. It was pretty cool, but I don't know, it didn't really fit. And in the end I settled for some pretty neat wristband coloration. I went a bit rogue with the colors of this Ambulo. I really like the transition from a more blue-green skin to green foliage. Maybe I strayed a bit too far from the original design, but listen, I'm telling you right now, I love this guy. He is so cute. It feels like he could accidentally break your arms during playtime or something. Oopie. Predaplast. Plast being a word that has something to do with plastids. I am risking sounding like a fool for every step I take towards describing this concept. It was quite a while ago since I studied natural science, but I know that nothing on the original Predaplast card is a plastid, but those bad boys popping out of the ground probably contains lots of them. This design was very fun because it was simple and based off of the style of a fun Pokémon card, specifically the trainer card Thought Wave Machine. So I went ahead and drew some funny and cute looking plastids. My interpretation of plastids, which are like these cellular things, but I made them toothy because they are predators, predaplants, and they are flying at us in a spiral formation. And that's about it. A fun thing about Pokemon cards are that there are cards that vary in style quite a lot from each other. And I am going to attempt to do a better job of reflecting that onto my designs from now on. Alright, so I had a very strong vision for how I wanted to design Sarraceniant. It has quite a few pitcher plants growing out of it, and I decided that I wanted to make them work as a wind instrument that it could use for calling for help or just to hang out with other musically inclined Pokemon such as Cricketune and Chatot. And with that in mind, I made some design decisions that made its mandibles look like inflated cheeks or hands gripping a mouthpiece, or in this case, its proboscis. The colorations were based off of the original card. It kind of looks like something that would fit well amongst party decorations. Maybe it likes to flock and hang out at weddings or baby showers and play some sweet trumpet music. I have to say, I like how it turned out, but it feels like I strayed a bit too much from the original design. And also, it is dangerously close to resembling my redesign of Offers Scorpio. It's not good to make these cards feel samey, alright? Also, I'm not blind to fact that this whole design idea could be misconstrued as it blowing air out of its back. That is, producing a fart. Okay? Kom ihåg att lägga in en fet mörkerpost. And just like that, 4 more cards down. Aren't they quite something? Look at them. Look at them. Living their best lives. I have to say that it really does make a difference that they vary a bit more in style from each other. It is hard to choose, but I really do like Ambulo a whole lot. The Predaplast card was very charming and turned out quite playful. Which one speaks to you the most? Put some feedback downstairs in the comments section. I'll have a look at it, comment on it, maybe bring it up next episode. Do you think I should have done something different? There are always ways to further tweak a design to tell a story. Anyway, into the deck they go.